The rules used for simplifying numerical expressions are called order of operations. We already know that grouping symbols are dealt with before multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. We also know that multiplication and division are done before addition and subtraction. When multiplication and division are both in an expression, the operations are performed from left to right. That's also true for addition and subtraction. When they're both in an expression, the operations are performed from left to right. There are some other operations, and they are performed after the grouping symbols, but before multiplication and division. The most common other operation involves exponents, and we'll look at that in this lesson with a couple of examples. Other operations involve square roots, absolute value, and there's a few others, and we'll get to some of those in subsequent lessons. Here's an example that involves exponents. We do the grouping symbol first, 2 plus 1 is 3, and then the exponent needs to be simplified next, the 3 to the second power, which is 9. And now we don't have any grouping symbols or exponents, so we do the multiplications and divisions from left to right, and finally 42 take away 3 is 39. And that brings us to a well-known mnemonic device. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Especially significant to those of us who actually have an Aunt Sally. Another way to express this mnemonic device is as the acronym PEMDAS. And listing it out like this, the P stands for parentheses, the E for exponents, the M for multiplication, the D for division, the A for addition, and of course the S for subtraction. But like many mnemonic devices, there are exceptions. And so it's important to remember that multiplication and division are tied, and you break the tie by going from left to right. The same with addition and subtraction. Break the tie by going from left to right. And also remember that you'll eventually work with other operations besides just exponents. But let's look at another example. And this one involves the horizontal fraction bar, the vinculum. And since that separates the numerator into a group and the denominator into a group, we can simplify the numerator and the denominator independently at the same time. And in each case, we have exponents to worry about. Now in the numerator, there's a grouping symbol, but within the grouping symbol, we have to deal with the exponent. So the numerator has a group 64 plus 2, and in the denominator, we just did 2 to the 4th power, and we got 16. And now in the numerator, we have to simplify the group, and of course 64 plus 2 is 66. Meanwhile, in the denominator, we did the multiplication before the addition and got 6. Finally, we have one operation left in each. In the numerator, it's 66 divided by 3 is 22. And in the denominator, it's 16 plus 6, also 22. And now we do our final thing. 22 divided by itself is 1. And we fully simplified this expression.